We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 26. Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 20. First down, no. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And some room to work. He's at the 50, the 30, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Down inside the 10.
Touchdown, Browns.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he returns this to the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Niners add 3 and 8 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Well, on 3rd and long, it's Lance.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is taken at the 10.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Faking the give. Now Watson.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
To throw, it's Lance.
Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A give running right is Mitchell. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. He's got it at the 15. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 12, Lance. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The Lance going to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
From the end zone, Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Watson, off play action. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson as the first half is winding down. And the Browns go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing now is Lance. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Rohrwasser's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Trying the right side with Mitchell. They find some open field here. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They throw it out right, complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 27 yards. And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. The Browns drive about to get started. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the 50, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Lance. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Browns drive about to get started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 141 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They run again on first down, Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Watson's throw complete there to Johnson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And now third down and 6 to go.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw, Watson. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down throw, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Niners are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And now they'll throw with Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Working from the gun, Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. Back to the ground attack here, it's McCaffrey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Lance. Open man, Samuel, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape. I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Lance.
intercepted.
Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 58 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And Chubb will try the middle here. A nifty move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line down at the 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
And again, it's Chubb. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
York now for the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Browns 42, 49ers 38.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Man, 188 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he continues to put a hurt on this defense.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the